it's all about the challenge at the end of the day, regardless of how young your team is, how new your team is.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Tyler Springs, and this is your Tiger Ride Along series. It's brought to you by our good friends at E-Z-Go, and they put us in comfort and style. Check this out. They've given us a brand new E-Z-Go Tiger branded golf cart for us to ride in, and we're gonna take it for a spin. But we've got to do it with some company, so we'll bring in a guest. Today, riding shotgun, Memphis Tigers women's basketball head coach, Alex Simmons. Coach, what's going on? Good to see you.
How are you?
Doing pretty well.
Good.
They gave us this machine here to test out. Look at this thing. They gave us not only a golf cart that's got 4 seats, they gave us Tiger branding.
Wow.
That's awesome. I love that. I can't wait to check this out.
We gonna take a ride?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on. In terms of just stretches or moments of the season, there were different times where I felt like you guys were hitting highs, and there were some other times where it was, scuffling a little bit. Did you feel like there was a time where you and your staff and your roster dug deepest to go and get a win, like something you were proud of stuff?
I think probably the week leading up to our Temple game on the road. We were struggling a little bit. We hadn't won on the road, so I think that was our first road game, but obviously we wanted to get the next win, but that game was super important from a standpoint of we needed to build our confidence. And going on the road to beat Temple, that was huge for our team, huge for our moving forward and our success too. So probably, that Temple game, going on the road, and that prep week that we had for them.
What else do you attribute to your team's ability just to stay available?
I'm highly dependent on individual workouts, skill work, getting in with position coaches and things like that, so that when it comes to practice time, when most of the contact drills, most of the up and downs and the 5-on-5s happens, so that we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. I would attest that to our program as a whole, just focusing on individual and skill development, and not having to just pound on our bodies as much. Our training staff does a great job of getting our players in the training room, regardless of injury or not, even if it's just for maintenance. I think we're moving in the right direction and even being innovative in some areas in that standpoint. But I think because we are so dependent on skill development, that's why, knock on wood, we haven't experienced a lot of injuries.
When you talk about getting onto a national level, obviously part of that is getting wins against high-level teams, and I think a big way that you do that is recruiting, right? The portal opens the day after championship, or I should say after Selection Sunday. It's a very frenzied time for you, but where do you start in terms of just having a blueprint for what you want to get done with this roster?
Well, I think, we have to know what we need for the program. Where can we fill in gaps? Where are we completely missing? And then who fits our program from a moral standpoint and from a basketball standpoint the best. So I think, we took about a week or so to evaluate that. Player meetings, coaches meetings, and then, you can just kind of move from there. But, you definitely don't want to just take somebody who, is just a body, because anybody out of the portal is kind of like a plug and play. You bring them here and they're ready to play right away. So, just being smart and tactical about who we bring in.
That's really interesting. Speaking to Raven specifically, and the fact that she's a Memphis kid, right, and basketball means something to the city of Memphis. What's been your impression of the basketball culture here, the talent level, just the way this city cares about basketball in a way that isn't true of all cities?
Well, when you come to our games, you can feel the energy as soon as you walk through the doors. And it's consistent. It's not because we're playing somebody who's considered big. It's not because, Tennessee is coming into town. It's whether it's a conference game, whether it's a regular season game, it doesn't matter. Our gym is always packed. So, the support from that standpoint, not even for games, just being out in the community, everybody knows who you are, and we're, what I would consider a big city, especially in the state of Tennessee. So the recognition of the Memphis brand is there regardless of where you go. So I think the support from a fan base, they can be critical at some times, but sometimes that's what you want, because it keeps you motivated to do well for the city.
When you look at where else this program can improve, Memphis likes to build themselves as on the level of some Power 5 teams, you know, of the caliber of a team that's worthy of playing in that kind of a conference. Where do you see them on par with the things that are expected at that level, and where can growth still happen?
Well, when you look at the investment in facilities, when you look at the investment in things like NIL, I think we're right there. At the end of the day, you know, you prepare for where you want to go, not where you are right now. So, you know, I think our administration, our university is doing a great job of that. Being innovative, obviously, is always going to be something that we have to do and that we need to do as a program. So as long as we can continue on the trajectory that we're on now, I think we're in the right direction.
Well, thanks so much for giving us some time, Coach. I hope you get a little bit warmed up and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for the ride. I appreciate it.
You bet. Well, Tiger fans, that about wraps up today's edition of the Tiger Ride Along, driven by EasyGo. However, if you would like the chance to win one of these babies, the Tiger branded EasyGo Liberty Elite Lithium golf cart, you can click the link below to enter. Until next time, go Tigers.